Welcome to the Get Real with King Arthur show. I hope you had a happy Halloween. But today we're going to talk about finding channels for your creativity. Now, I'm primarily a writing teacher. But as a writing teacher, I felt guilty because I wasn't writing that much. So I want to tell you how I found a channel to urge me to write and get feedback and all that good stuff. It's the story of the Tamarack Writers. It all started when I was painting my mother's house in Ilion, New York, and one of my students, Byron Hoot, asked me to come up for a short visit. So he came, and I didn't know what to do of interest. So I said, let's go up in the Adirondacks to Big Moose Lake, where what is called an American tragedy in 1906 took place. And it actually started my interest in it when my aunt was riding with us up in the Adirondacks beyond Old Forge. And we came to a small, wide spot in the road called Eagle Bay. And there was a sign that said, Big Moose Lake, 8 miles. And then she said, he killed her with a tennis racket. That's all she said. So all these years, who killed whom with a tennis racket? Well, after reading Theodore Dreiser's American Tragedy, I got the story about how this young entrepreneur or worker got a factory girl pregnant and then supposedly took her out on a boat and dumped her, killed her. And that's the basis of Dreiser's An American Tragedy. There have been all kinds of movies and plays and whatever about it. Well, anyway, we drove up and found out about the American Tragedy from the Glenmore Hotel, where they checked in. And as we were rowing around the lake, we drove by where the spot was where supposedly this Chester Gillette tipped the boat over and Grace Brown, who couldn't swim, drowned. And he was arrested, tried, convicted, and executed for it. As we were driving around, we saw these big mansions and oh, it was so great. We said, wouldn't it be great to have a writers group up here? So we're talking about that. And we decided, well, I could invite a few writers and Byron would invite some he knew. And so we set a day in July to start the conference. And that first year, there were 7 that came. It was a stunning year. And it has been going on for over 50 years. And there have been up to 60, 70 people on and off who have come to the group. How many organizations volunteer could last 50 years and more? So anyway, we would meet. Usually there's about 20 of us or whatever who gather for a week in July at Big Moose Lake at the Glenmore Hotel. Now, since that time, we've met at various places. This last year, we met at Bridgewater, Massachusetts, and we've met in Ohio and New York and various places. And there's no formal organization. A guy named Dr. Tim Trask organizes the thing for the speakers, and everyone reads and they discuss whatever he or she has written with comments, encouragement, or correction, and very informal, and it has gotten me to write, about 5 or 6 books. And the books and articles that have come from Tamarack are too numerous to mention. Byron himself has written about 6 poetry books and appeared in all kinds of magazines with his wonderful poems. So, it has been a fellowship, let me say, that has enriched my life no end. And every year I know that if I go to Tamarack, I've got to have some writing to read. And so it puts a thumb in my back. And the first book I wrote was called The Dead One Touched Me from the Past, a literary travel book. So it's just a relaxed, fun time. We go swimming, we go out to eat, we talk at night, and just about anything, everything, and whatever. And everyone writes whatever he or she happens to be working on at the time. And this has been a great source of inspiration for me. Now, one of the Tamarackians, I'm going to mention him right now, is Dr. Tim Trask, who is a PhD from Columbia University and has taught at universities in Massachusetts and written about 5 books, and we're hoping to get out another one from him. Now, I just called him accidentally on his birthday, Sunday, and said, Tim C. has criticized me for calling Bertrand Russell a logical positivist. Well, he said, I call him a logical positivist. I said, I'm not the only one. But, he said, he has gone on, Bertrand Russell, to move from scientific facts, left brain, to right brain, imagination, personal concerns, societal concerns, emotional concerns, to such a degree that I am going to ask him to come by and do a whole program on Bertrand Russell. And I'm surprised because Tim Trask is basically a literature teacher and writing teacher. Wow. He knows philosophy, I can tell you that much. And I'm going to snag him and get him telling us about Bertrand Russell, whether you want to hear about Bertrand Russell or not. But I got challenged by Tim C. You don't know what you're talking about. Bertrand Russell's not a logical positivist. Well, we'll settle the whole issue when I get Dr. Tim Trask on in several weeks. So there's something about a fellowship of writing that can't be beat. I trust those fellow writers. We're friends. We are long-term friends. feel free to correct me and feel free to challenge me and having given encouragement. And this fellowship of writers has meant a great deal. I wonder if in whatever your creative energies flow, you might get a fellowship together of fellow people, artists or whatever, who are interested in what you're interested in. Good luck on getting one that really lasts and has performed that kind of support and encouragement that I have had for 50 years. I've been at every Tamarack save one was in the hospital, and have met all kinds of creative people, and some of the best friends of my life are from that writers group. So, get together with a group. Let's have your creative writing, creative whatever, blossom, and have a good week.